How you doing, everybody? My name is Dr. Sami Baya. Please welcome back to my YouTube channel. Disappearing Acts by a Narcissist. That's the title of this video. Narcissists by nature thrive on control, admiration, and validation. However, one of the more perplexing and harmful behaviors they display is the disappearing act. This pattern, where a narcissist suddenly withdraws or cuts off communication without warning, can leave others confused, hurt, and emotionally drained. Understanding why and how this tactic is used is key to navigating relationships with narcissists. For a narcissist, control is paramount. The disappearing act serves as a tool to maintain dominance over others, ensuring that the attention is always on them when they choose. The sudden withdrawal is often a power move, signaling to others that they can dictate the terms of the relationship at any given moment. This unpredictability keeps the people around them on edge. At the start of a relationship with a narcissist, they can appear charming, loving, and attentive. This is the idealization phase, where the narcissist showers their target with affection, making them feel special. The target is often led to believe that they have found someone exceptional. However, once the narcissist feels they have captured their prey, the dynamics begin to shift, leading to the first signs of the disappearing act. As the narcissist starts to lose interest or feels their supply of admiration is no longer as potent, they begin to devalue their partner. This process can be subtle or abrupt, but the signs are clear. They become emotionally distant, less available, and seemingly uninterested. It is a gradual withdrawal that often leaves the victim questioning what went wrong. At some point, the narcissist will execute a full-on disappearing act. This can happen without warning or explanation, leaving their target in a state of confusion and hurt. The narcissist may stop responding to messages, cancel plans without reason, or stop making an effort to maintain contact. This sudden shift in behavior can feel like emotional whiplash. When a narcissist disappears, they often employ gaslighting tactics, making their victim question their own feelings and perceptions. They may eventually return, offering vague or dismissive explanations for their absence, causing the victim to doubt their own reality. This cycle of disappearing and reappearing creates a toxic environment where the narcissist's victim feels constantly off balance. After an unpredictable absence, the narcissist often reappears with little to no explanation for their disappearance. They may act as if nothing happened, smoothly reintegrating themselves into the relationship as though they never left. This reappearance can be just as jarring as their disappearance, and the victim is left trying to make sense of the sudden shift in dynamics. The disappearing act can also be a form of manipulation. The narcissist may use their withdrawal to elicit a reaction from their target, forcing them to chase after them or apologize for things they didn't do. The silence can create an emotional void that the victim feels compelled to fill, often doing so by reaching out or trying to repair the relationship. Victims of narcissistic disappearing acts often struggle with intense feelings of abandonment. The narcissist may know this and use it to their advantage, exploiting their target's fear of being left behind. The emotional roller coaster that comes with the narcissist's withdrawal and return makes the victim more reliant on the narcissist for validation, further deepening the cycle of abuse. Narcissists thrive on drama and chaos. The disappearing act can fuel this need, creating an environment where their target is constantly trying to figure out what is going on. This state of confusion provides the narcissist with the attention they crave, even if it's negative. The emotional upheaval of their victim becomes their source of energy. The disappearing act is often part of a larger cycle of push and pull that narcissists subject their targets to. One moment they are loving and attentive, and the next they are distant or gone. This creates a push-pull dynamic where the victim is constantly pulled in and then pushed away, unable to break free from the emotional whiplash. Being involved with a narcissist is often like riding an emotional roller coaster. The disappearing act amplifies this unpredictability, making it difficult for the victim to know what to expect. The extreme highs of the idealization phase are followed by crashing lows when the narcissist disappears or withdraws, creating an environment of emotional instability. When confronted about their disappearing acts, narcissists often deflect responsibility. They may blame their absence on external factors like work, stress, illness, or personal issues, but rarely do they take accountability for their behavior. This refusal to acknowledge the harm they cause further entrenches the victim in a cycle of confusion and self-doubt. At its core, the disappearing act is often a defense mechanism. Narcissists fear vulnerability and intimacy, as these emotions would require them to confront their own insecurities. By withdrawing, they create distance, preventing anyone from getting too close or challenging their carefully constructed persona. The disappearing act can also isolate the victim emotionally. With the narcissist's withdrawal, the target is left alone to deal with the emotions, often feeling abandoned and unsupported. This isolation can be detrimental to the victim's mental health, as they are left questioning their worth and constantly seeking the narcissist's approval. Despite their apparent indifference, narcissists are deeply dependent on the attention and admiration of others. The disappearing act is often used strategically to regain this attention. After a period of absence, they return, knowing that their return will likely elicit a strong emotional response. This ensures that they remain the center of their target's world. For many narcissists, the disappearing act is a way of avoiding emotional intimacy. While they may crave admiration, they often fear being seen as flawed or weak. When their target begins to expect more emotional connection or begins to see through their facade, they may retreat to protect their fragile self-image. Narcissists often keep their relationships superficial, using people for their own benefit. When someone becomes too close or demands too much emotional investment, the narcissist may withdraw as a way to maintain control. The disappearing act allows them to keep their relationships at a distance while still deriving benefits from them. Being the victim of a narcissist's disappearing act can have a lasting impact on one's self-esteem. The inconsistent affection and emotional withdrawal make the victim feel unworthy or unimportant, leading them to second-guess their value. This undermines their self-confidence and keeps them in a vulnerable position. From the narcissist's perspective, the disappearing act is often justified as a way to protect their self-image. They may believe that they are too important or too special to engage with someone who is not meeting their needs. The need to constantly feel superior and in control outweighs any consideration for the feelings of others. The disappearing act is emotionally exhausting for the victim. Constantly trying to figure out why the narcissist has pulled away, while also dealing with the emotional fallout when they return, can leave the victim feeling drained. The victim's emotional well-being becomes tied to the narcissist's behavior, leading to a cycle of emotional exhaustion. When the narcissist does reappear, it's often with a sense of entitlement. They may expect to pick up where they left off without acknowledging the hurt they caused. This return can feel like a relief to the victim, who may be eager to reconnect, but it's important to recognize that the narcissist's motives are rarely pure. Breaking free from the narcissist's disappearing act requires strength and self-awareness. Victims must recognize the pattern for what it is: manipulation. This realization can empower the victim to stop chasing after the narcissist's approval and take steps towards healing. Setting boundaries and prioritizing one's own well-being is essential. Healing from the emotional damage caused by a narcissist's disappearing act takes time. Victims must rebuild their sense of self-worth and learn to trust their own perceptions again. Therapy, self-care, and support from loved ones can help guide them through the healing process and help them reclaim their emotional independence. The disappearing act of a narcissist is a devastating and manipulative tactic that leaves emotional scars on the victim. By understanding the narcissist's need for control and attention, the victim can begin to recognize these behaviors and protect themselves, ultimately breaking free from the cycle of emotional abuse and regaining a sense of self is the key to healing. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you've learned a thing or two. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel if you've not done so. Thank you.